All right, guys, let's flow. Here's a standing pose flow that's going to build up such lovely strength in our hips, lower back, spine. If you can add this into just a weekly routine at first, you're gonna feel the benefits, you're gonna like it, and you're gonna wanna keep doing it. So let's get started. It will be easier for all of us if we have a yoga block nearby. You can also press into the edge of a coffee table, a couch, if you have that in front of you, something that we can press into on the outer edge of whatever side we're on. So let's get started. We're gonna stand about arm distance apart here for our first pose, triangle pose. Now to turn our feet out, we're going to lift whatever side you're starting on. I'm on my left side. My left heel is coming up. I'm gonna turn it about 45 degrees. Place it down. I'm gonna lift my toes up, turn them out 90 degrees. Set those down. My back foot, I'm turning the toes in just a little bit. Now always use your eyes. We're lining our heel of our front foot up with the arch of our back foot. So just adjust if need be. Does it feel right? We're not going like this though. We're gonna stay in the center. We're gonna bring our pelvis to the center. And we're keeping this the entire pose. We're not curving, curling. We're keeping things nice and straight here in triangle pose. Another thing to be tuning into here. So I'm on my left side, so my left hip, he wants to go this way, but I'm actively bringing him forward towards you. Simultaneously, this left thigh of mine though, it's gonna turn the opposite direction. So my left side turns counterclockwise while my hip is coming the opposite direction. I'm just gonna see what that feels like for a moment. Oh, my right hip's wanting to bulge again. I'm also gonna bring that to the center. In yoga, there's a term called the medium plane. What that's referring to is this center plane that we're trying to keep our bodies in. If you can imagine that your body is wedged between a door and a screen door, that would be your median plane. You're not bulging anywhere, you're staying in that median plane. So let's go into the pose. Okay, so median plane in mind. I'm on my left side, I'm bringing my left arm up into the air, shooting energy out. No weak arms here in yoga. Really activating my whole body here. Now again, with your mind, tune into your body here. We're creating a stable pillar down below so that when we go into the triangle, we're not toppling over. So what that means is we're distributing our body's weight evenly between our left and right legs. So the outer part of my back foot is taking on weight, and the big toe portion of my front foot. So I'm evenly, everything is activated here. My kneecaps are activated, they're drawing in and up. Everything is activated. I'm actively pulling my hip forward and turning my thigh out. I'm actively making sure nothing is getting outside of that medium plane. So we're gonna take a big inhale, and exhale, we're gonna start to reach up and out in that medium plane. Slow, slow, slow. Place your hand wherever you feel that's my max, so that can be your thigh, no problem. This is a lovely place. to loosen things up. You can come down a little bit lower on your knee. And so on and so forth. You can breathe here. Let things loosen up. Eventually, if it feels right, we're gonna reach. For me, it's my right arm up to the skies, trying to create a nice straight line with both of my arms here. And if it feels right, you can slowly start to shift your gaze up to your thumb. And we're breathing here, always breathing. Still bringing that hip forward. Bringing my right arm to the side. I'm going to inhale, come up. Now we're going to just gently widen our stance. So I'm just inching my feet out. I'm going to take a couple breaths here. Now I'm going to inhale. And on my exhale, I'm going to start to bend this left knee. Just slowly breathing. Using my eyes, I'm going to stack my knee right over my heel. And I'm going to stay there. This part's not moving anymore. But I'm going to keep breathing. With each exhale, I'm going to see if I can't scoot that back foot out just a little and sink a little bit deeper. We're definitely not coming forward here. We're staying in that medium plane so that my left hip is coming forward. Each exhale, trying to create a 90-degree angle here. It's fine if you're not there. Hold where you feel this is good. And if it feels right, you can eventually turn your gaze to look out over. For me, it is my left fingertips. Sinking down. If you need to take a break, you can straighten up, take a breath, come back down. You'll see it's a little easier. Definitely make sure this knee is not coming past your heel. That can be very counterproductive on our bodies. You don't want it not close enough either. We're stacking it, even if you're up here. This is great. You'll eventually be able to sink lower and lower. We're going to inhale, straighten our knee. Point the toes forward. Take a couple of breaths. Now, we're going to widen our stance even wider. A little bit wider than our hands. Make sure your feet, we have our second toes pointing directly forward. Lots of times our feet want to do wonky things. It's just nice to tell them this is what you're doing. You're lining up properly. We're bringing our kneecaps back towards the wall and whoop, up towards the ceiling. My pelvis isn't going anywhere weird. It's right here in the center. Straightening up through my torso. My shoulders are dropped. Nothing's happening like this. Chin is level with the ground. Gaze forward. Place your hands on your hips. We're going to bring our elbows in towards each other. Gently look up at the ceiling. Now inhale. Exhale, start to come forward. We're not coming forward hunching over like a turtle. We're coming forward with the idea of a concave back. So like a U-shaped back, belly button dropping down, trying to shoot for the floor, head stays up. Breathe. And take your time. If you find a point that's resisting, just hold there. Bring your elbows towards each other. Breathe there. Encourage new muscle growth there. New strength there that's never been there. We are eventually going to come all the way down. If you can touch your fingertips, great. If not, no big deal. Just go to your max, and if it feels right, I want you to interlock your arms by grabbing the upper right before your elbow crease, part of your arm, and hang, even if that's here. However far you get. Our legs are staying nice and strong. Our kneecaps are drawing back and up. We're gonna breathe here. Let the head hang loose. Breathe. I encourage you to hold these poses for as long as your body wants today. Eventually you'll change the cross of your arms and hang. Nice deep breath down into the belly. We're inverting here, we're hanging upside down. Our body loves that. Now you're gonna start coming up with your head. Your arms are just naturally still crossed, but dropping down towards the chest. Woo, walk those feet in. Okay, let's wrap this up. Grab your block or your coffee table or the side of your couch. So your couch would be right in front of you. We're gonna have our feet about arm's length here. We're turning, I'm gonna go to the right here, so I'm gonna lift my right heel up, turn it in 45 degrees. Place it down, right toes up, turn them out 90 degrees. My back foot this time I'm gonna turn in a lot because I'm twisting around. I'm gonna line up my heel with the arch of my back foot. I have my object here. Now, I'm reaching around with my left arm and I'm going to swoop down, press into my block, my table, my couch, just press into something because we're trying to twist our torso towards this back wall. We're keeping the weight on the back of this left foot for me. I'm going to the right, and that big toe portion of my right foot. That's keeping me stable as I press into this object and try and twist. Woo! It's so lovely. Give it a try. Be gentle. So I have my right hand on my hip here, and I'm just testing it out. What does this feel like? Eventually, you'll play around with lifting your arm up. There's no rush. You can always come out, take a break. Nice straight legs here. Come back in, try it again. Things are looser now. Woo. All right, so we would repeat all of that on the other side. Always make sure you do even. Whatever you did on the right side, do the same on the left side. So I encourage you, watch my videos, pause them. You do you, boo. Hold them for as long as your body wants today. Some days it's once, good. Some days I really wanna keep going, keep loosening. Like, oh, that feels so much better. So I encourage you to keep yogaing on, and thank you for flowing with me.